Okay then, Helldivers, we're back and we've got loads to go through today, including some speculations of some lore that's going to change the fire issues with regards to their MO. We're going to take a look into that one in just a moment and debunk a load of stuff that's going on the Reddit right now, because you guys seem to be doing one thing that Arrowhead are not, and it is bloody burning. So we're going to dive on into everything today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. And check out our sponsor, GamerSupps, the business that offers variety in gaming energy drinks, snacks, teas, and other gaming accessories. Their goal is to provide esports athletes and gamers with a healthy and effective option to enhance their performance. And coming up this Friday at 3 PM Eastern, they're dropping the day and night deal. This one looks absolutely amazing, as we have their first ever bomber jacket launching alongside brand new limited edition label for the anime girl thigh dropping alongside it. You guys need to go and check this one out. It's definitely a must, and use code CloudPlays at checkout for a cheeky discount. With that being said, let's dive on into what's happening inside of the game today. So starting off, we have a brand new major order which is revolving around the Napalm barrage that you guys are going to want to try and unlock. Obviously, like you would all suspect, everybody's been kicking off about this because you've just nerfed fire and you're now giving us fire after more fire, and it makes absolutely no sense at all. But somebody posted up an interesting lore statement on the Reddit for this major order, stating this new MO is a lore excuse to revert fire changes. Okay, so hear me out. The new MO is to liberate Vernon Wells and recover materials to make napalm for the Napalm barrage. This would suggest that Super Earth has a napalm shortage and needed to cut back on use. This is the explanation for the fire change. Super Earth had to find a weaker substitute such as propane, which resembles the current flamethrower's effectiveness. Once the MO is completed, Arrowhead will revert the changes because there is no longer a shortage, I hope. And to be honest, this is absolutely amazing imagination, and I really hope that Arrowhead have thought about this one and generally issued it into play, because that would be an amazing storyline movement as far as why it is that they've done what they've done. Obviously, it's not why they've done what they've done, but it would be a really good lore aspect to be able to revert the changes using in-game story, or at least that's my personal opinion on things. Let me know what you guys are thinking via the comment section below. We can get some conversations going, but I really do hope that they do something like this, because generally the lore inside of the MO gets a little bit skeptical, such as even this one right here. Somebody put, whatever happened to this? Thanks to the valiant defense of the Helldivers of X45, the plans for the interplanetary battle stations have been received, and this will research commence shortly, which obviously never really materialized. And I think that a lot of people are stating that they're not too bothered about it. It's gained quite a lot of traction on Reddit, but people are stating they have other things to fix before that. It's probably been delayed, and rightfully so, it probably has. But again, everybody's leaning into the lore aspect. As somebody put right here, with nearly 1,000 upvotes, for a lore point of view, research will commence shortly, not construction. We also have an idea how much information the plans actually contain, so could be a long research project or short, but depending on the size as well as research and construction would take time. For a real world point of view, they have so much to fix and sort before that if they brought this out soon without fixing problems, people would complain about it. And they are not wrong, because this whole real life point of view thing and the whole consensus of the lore seems to be running in tangent at the moment, because the most upvoted Reddit post right now is this right here, and this is going to shock your brains. Arrowhead's statement was that they want our game to be realistic and players shouldn't have lots of ammo in the game, and this versus what it is actually in the game, with us having not a lot of ammo, and this is an automaton bot sat on a rail point or something. He's one of those shield automatons, and he's just running through an absolute barrage of bullets. So we're not allowed to have loads of bullets, although the automatons are able to have an infinite amount of them as it runs through. It's pretty much a big shame, but I'd love to see them make the revert changes very soon. We're partway through these 60 days, and I'm not not seeing much of a change to say the least, so hopefully they manage to make something come round very soon. But a post again that's gaining quite a lot of traction right now is a regards to Johan's acknowledgement of burnout. This post is quite a lengthy one, although it does go into a main article that states right here that Helldivers 2 creative boss agrees that the game has gotten less about a fun, chaotic, challenging, emergent experience and too much about challenge and competitiveness. And they pretty much nailed this one on the head. When we take a look at what this Reddit post actually says, it says right here that this is Arrowhead's problem going forward. They'll never be able to catch up in time. The base game took 8 years of development to get to release, which means it takes these folks a while to get things the way that they intend them. Once launched, their time is split between fixing existing bugs and issues and adding in fresh content to keep players interested. The rate of new bugs issues becoming introduced by updates, as well as the rate of players reaching endgame with no carrots to chase, are both outpacing the dev team's ability to do their fixing bugs or quality content. So they're caught in a death spiral, unable to accomplish either and only exasperating the problem. Plus, after 8 years of developing and numerous unintended bugs post-launch, the team is getting burnt out, so factor that into the equation and it looks even more bleak. Johan has admitted all the deviations away from fun and the hole that they've dug themselves in with burnout. This is not an indictment of Arrowhead's intentions. I believe most of the team has the right motivation. What they don't have is enough time at the rate of work to make the necessary fixes and add new content before most of the rest of the players leave. Will they eventually get it to this sweet spot? Probably, and I hope so, but not likely during the 60 days given time frame or even by the end of the year. And by then, I'm afraid we'll have only 3,000 to 5,000 concurrent players still online. And unfortunately, this is so dramatically true, it's absolutely insane. This game has taken quite a long time to develop. Although they have developed absolute gold, they are quite a small development team. They never knew that this game would explode the way that it has. The problem is once you get into the factor of there being issues, trying to generate new content and fix old issues does obviously take a long time. 8 years to develop a whole game, being able to add new content in numerous times a year whilst fixing an array of problems that they have already issued after the first load of fixes is going to be a very bleak run through. We may be seeing another No Man's Sky in our midst, with them having a turnaround maybe a year from now, or even 2 if we're really unlucky. But the likelihood is they're not going to fix a lot of things very soon, especially with the community looking at things like this, which state saw this passing by. Pay to play, which was Elden Ring. Pay to win, which is Arcade. Pay to lose were War Thunder. Star Citizen is pay to pay more, and pay to not play being Helldivers. And it is such a shame to see this game go in this direction. For those of you guys who know the channel, you know full well it's been quite negative just recently, but I've got so much love for the development team and so much love for the game in general, the community around it. It's absolutely mental. And I really hope that they do something about this very soon, but it's not likely that we're going to see things in a short-term period. But we're going to move on into the top comments of the previous video. The first comment that we've got right here coming from Def Captain Kraken states, staying with HD2 is really feeling like a relationship with a crazy hot girlfriend. She tells us what she wants, but does things to drive us away, apologizes and says that they'll learn from their mistakes, then goes back to old habits. We get angry, are we leaving? But still love that crazy game. They then text late at night, you up? I have something new to show you. And that is literally the consensus that we have inside of this game at the moment. They are literally our crazy hot girlfriend, and we're not too sure whether to leave or not. Some of us have left and have been tempted to return because of how hot and crazy this game is. But yeah, that's a really good explanation behind the sort of movement this game has got right now. The second comment we've got right here is, I guess if the probe is a success, we'll probably get a ship wrapped in tin foil module, which you guys can take that as you want to take that, but that is definitely a bit of a hit on, and it's such a shame that we're starting to go down that narrative. And the final comment we've got right here is, I think the gloom is going to end up resulting in mutated strains of bugs. They'll recolored but have different attributes like the theorized Iron Fleet. And I'd love to say that that was probably going to happen, although that would classify right now as new content. As much as we probably wouldn't want it to look like that as far as new content goes, it probably would end up being being that way. There'll maybe be one new bug that we have to go up against, but I don't think they're going to have a whole array or a quote-unquote fleet or a swarm of brand new bugs. The likelihood is we'll have one new bug enter the scene that's probably been generated about 6 to 8 months ago now. So we'll see exactly how that one pans out, but right now the game is not looking too much of a good spot to be able to inject new stuff into the game just yet. Anywho, with that being said, if you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on, because that's unfortunately all we've got time for today. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, appreciate your faces, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.